Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Storytime Society. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so glad you're alive. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode. This is a mini episode and the theme is Am I the Asshole? So we are going to read all Am I the Asshole themed videos for this episode and we'll just get right into it. The first title is Am I the Asshole for telling a girl's boyfriend I slept with her? Wait, I'm sorry. Am I the asshole for telling a girl's boyfriend that I slept with her? All right, 35 male, started talking to a 35 female recently about a month ago. She never told me she was dating anyone, but when I asked, she said that she was single. This weekend, we were hanging out and things led to the bedroom. On my way home, it turns out she blocked me on all social media and phone number. I had a friend check her social media and it said in a relationship with Derek. I searched his name and found him and sent him all the evidence. She unblocked me and called me an asshole for telling and showing him evidence. Reblocked me. My friend said I should just let it go. Am I the asshole or should I have let it go? No. I think that you're not the asshole because you should definitely tell someone if you find out that they have a boyfriend and they cheated on their boyfriend. Like, ew. That's so annoying of her. Bye, girl. Why are you? Or maybe they were broken up at the time and then they got back together and that's why she blocked you or something. I don't know. But I would hope that was the case and that this guy didn't actually get cheated on. But everyone's saying not the asshole. Not the asshole. She's mad that she's suffering the consequences of her actions. Derek deserves a better relationship than that. You did him a favor, not the asshole. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much today. So sorry, so sorry. Okay. Slay. Queen. That was just a short one, but we are going to move on to the next one. And the next one is Am I the asshole for not letting my friends use my backyard for the wedding because they do not want me to bring a plus one? Here's the situation. Last summer, I bought my grandparents' house. This house was the hangout spot for my friends and I throughout our childhood. This includes my friend Dave. The house has a sizable amount of land, which includes a lake and a gazebo. I was supposed to buy the house with my now ex girlfriend Leslie, but going through the process of getting approved to buy, I found out that she has massive amounts of credit card and personal debt that she hid from me throughout our 4 years together. I decided to break up as a result. That was about 6 months ago. I met Leslie because Dave's long term girlfriend, Kim, is Leslie's cousin. Dave and Kim are engaged and set to get married in April. When I was buying the house, they asked if they could have the ceremony at the gazebo, which I agreed to do. In December, I started dating again. Leslie has not taken this well at all. She thinks we are going to get back together and has tried multiple times to make that happen. I have told her in no uncertain terms that this isn't happening. Dave and Kim have asked me to not bring a plus one to the wedding for Leslie's sake. I have told them that this request is ridiculous. This wedding is happening at my house using my land, and I'm not allowed to bring a date because of my crazy ex. If that's the case, then they need to find a new venue for the wedding. They are pissed about this given the short time frame of when the wedding is supposed to happen. So we are at an impasse. Am I the asshole? No. What the hell? I mean, if they well for okay, I don't know because they're obviously paying for the wedding and like the catering and the dinner and all that stuff, which usually you have to pay for by head, right? So like that's going to add an extra like plus one cost. But when this person is letting you use his entire backyard to have your wedding at, I think you should probably let him have a plus one. It's not like he's saying, give me a plus 20. Like he's having a plus one. And I'm sorry, but that girl, his ex can get over it. Like, yeah, I get it because I feel like for me, I would probably want to do the same. But it definitely changes the circumstance when you're literally having your wedding at his house. If it was at a different venue apart from this guy, I would understand saying, hey, can you not? Because Leslie's coming and I don't want to make her upset. Okay. Honestly, more power to you. I would also do that for a friend. But to be like, I'm having it at your house, but you can't bring a plus one because Leslie is a little bit crazy. Okay, there's an edit and it says, I've seen a few things brought up a number of times in the comments, so I will quickly address them here. One, I'm fully aware of the liability issues, which is why I purchased, and they reimbursed me for a special event insurance policy, which will provide 100% coverage for any damages, claims, injuries, etc. to any of the property or persons up to $2 million. dollars. It is one of the first things we did after I agreed to having the event at my home. Two, the wedding will have a maximum, if everyone comes, guests of 75. Five catering staff and five security staff. The security is because this is an open area that anyone walking past can access. The house has hosted events twice this size, and logistically, it will be fine. On the property are two cottages, one with one bathroom and the other with two bathrooms. The only portion of my house that will not be locked during the wedding is the finished basement. The basement has two bathrooms. Three, every person who is single, i.e., not in an established relationship, received an invitation with a +1, including me and Leslie. This talk came after I sent in my return card and indicated I was bringing a +1, and now they are saying they do not want me to have a +1 because Leslie blew up about it and they're afraid of a blow up at the wedding. 4. Leslie indicated she intends to bring someone on her card. I do not know if she will actually bring someone. Okay, wait. Sorry, I missed that part. She's bringing someone, but you can't bring someone? That makes it even more ridiculous. Some of the comments: pull an Uno reverse, tell them Leslie isn't allowed on your property, and watch their heads explode. And then OP said, the petty part of me did absolutely consider saying, well, Leslie cannot come to my house or on my land, so it shouldn't be a problem. And then someone said back to that, this is the way. Agree not to bring a date. It's a small concession that actually protects your best interests. Whoever you brought would have the worst time navigating this ex-girlfriend drama. Instead, tell them that you are not comfortable having Leslie on your property and thank them for bringing this to your attention before the wedding. You had thought you could peacefully coexist with the wedding, but if you bringing a date would cause problems, then they've opened your eyes to that not being the case. It's just better for everyone's mental health if she sits this one out. Feed them some bullshit on not wanting the ex-girlfriend drama to take the spotlight away from them on their special day. And then someone said, I mean, if a wedding with only 75 guests warranted hiring 5 security staff, this sounds like a group well acquainted with drama. Let's get a reality show in there. I mean, that's kind of crazy. That's for sure crazy. Not the girl getting a +1, but he can't get a +1 at his own house. At his own house with his own land. Like, that's crazy. I mean, obviously they paid for the insurance, which, yeah, clearly you're going to do that. I don't know if they paid him for the venue. I'm assuming not, because I'm sure he's just doing it like as a nice friend. But I am so shook. Okay, let's read the next story. Am I the asshole for leaving my own birthday dinner because my girlfriend turned it into a proposal for herself? I, 28 male, had my birthday dinner last weekend, and my girlfriend, Sarah, 27 female, offered to plan it. I was excited because I usually keep things low key, but she said she wanted to make it special. She booked a nice restaurant and invited close friends and family. Everything was going great until it was time for dessert. The waiter brought out a cake, but instead of my name, it said, "Will you marry me, Sarah?" I was completely blindsided. Sarah got all teary eyed, turned to me, and said, "Well, this is the best surprise ever, right?" Everyone around us started clapping, and her friends were filming. I just sat there stunned. She took my silence as hesitation and started going on about how she knew I wasn't big on grand gestures, but she couldn't wait anymore, so she took matters into her own hands. At that moment, I stood up and said, "This is my birthday. If you wanted a proposal, you should have talked to me about it first." And then I grabbed my stuff and walked out. Sarah was mortified, and her friends blew up my phone calling me an asshole for embarrassing her and ruining the night. She even said I humiliated her when she was just trying to do something romantic. Now my family is split. Some say I should have gone along with it for the night, while others think that she crossed a major boundary. So, am I the asshole for leaving my own birthday dinner because my girlfriend hijacked it for a proposal? Wait, that's kind of see you next Tuesday, honestly. To not not actually, but this is hilarious that she went out of her way to go get a cake made with her own name on it saying, "Will you marry me, Sarah?" And then making it like staging it as if he's asking her to marry him. That is honestly that is like you're a genius, to be honest, but also you're crazy because yeah, no. I mean, I would be pissed as well. Like I'm not really that crazy about birthdays, so I'm not like I don't really care if you take attention away from me on my birthday. Like, yeah, of course I want to do something fun with people that I care about, but I honestly prefer like if someone forgets my birthday and someone just like doesn't say happy birthday to me, unless it's like my dad. But I don't really care, to be honest, because it's fine. Like it happens every year on the same day. Like you'll get it next time, buddy. You know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. It's gonna be fine. I don't know. I just don't think I'm not saying that other people can't get mad at that. I think that to each their own. Everyone's different and feels different about that stuff, but for me personally, I just don't really care that much about my birthday. Like if anything, please, I want to be 12 again and I don't want to have any birthdays. I don't want to have any more birthdays, please. Just kidding, I do. Because if that means that I die, then please don't take that. Be careful what you wish for, you know. But I don't know. I wouldn't really care that much if it was like whatever, the attention wasn't on me for my birthday. But if my like boyfriend did this, I would that would be crazy. I would be like, "Okay, you're kind of crazy. I'm not asking you to marry me right now." I wonder if they've been talking about it and they've been wanting like has he been saying we're going to get engaged soon or what? Because this is crazy. I mean, girl, she said, I know what I want and I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna get it. And I'm gonna order the cake myself. So you don't even have to put in any effort. Honestly, though, like low maintenance girl, she is gonna do her own thing and then you don't even have to worry about it. If anything, she just saved you a trip to the store, she just saved you a proposal. But I don't know. That's actually crazy. Obviously, you're not the asshole. Like, yeah, she's a little bit on the kooky side, but I think that's kind of funny, to be honest. But her being like 100% serious about that and doing that in front of everyone is definitely like, I'd be like, oh shit, what do I do now? Because this is not, first of all, how I wanted to propose. And also, this is my birthday. I kind of wanted to say like, happy birthday and not, will you marry me, Sarah? Okay. Some of the comments, she didn't just turn it into a proposal. She turned it into a proposal where she proposed to herself on your behalf. That is not rational behavior in the least. If she wanted to propose, she could have proposed to you from slash as herself to you. But no, she wanted the public moment of her being proposed to and decided your birthday was the perfect time for her to give this to herself. She was trying to do something romantic, but you weren't the intended recipient. She was. It was nice of her to show you what she values because it definitely isn't you. You're a prop for her, and at least now you know that for sure. Absolutely, positively not the asshole. That's beyond self centered. She totally hijacked your moment for herself. Huge red flag, not the asshole at all. It's not even the hijacked. It's not even the hijack, though that's bad too. Tired of waiting, so she tries to publicly force OP to accept a proposal. It's not even like she said, will you marry me blank to whatever OP's name is. She literally said, you're asking me to marry you. Here you go. I don't know. I just think that's so funny. Like, it's not because, yeah, I would be pissed as well. I'd be like, whoa. But it's just funny to think that she went out of her way to do this. Like, I don't know. I just think that's so funny. Sorry. Not me screaming into the mic. Sorry, but I really had a yawn. But I don't know. I think obviously this one is you're not the asshole. I would have walked out as well. I would have first been like, "Are you okay? Are you mentally there? Are you mentally well in there up in your head?" Because it doesn't seem like it. But I wonder if they're gonna break up. That was 9 hours ago, so we will never know, unfortunately. Actually, we might if he puts another update in there saying that they broke up or not. I'm assuming they will because it seems like she's tired of waiting and he but now it's like is it even going to be special because she's basically forcing you to propose, so is it even going to be special? Hmm. Hmm. But that's all the am I the asshole stories that I have for you guys today. And I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Obviously, this is a mini episode, so they're not like that long, but I I don't know. I already had this chat in the last episode that I posted. I don't know. I don't think it's the last episode I posted from this one, but it's the Wednesday episode, right? Yeah. The Wednesday episode. So the most recent Wednesday episode about my hater in my advice form going crazy. And it just makes me honestly like right as I read that, read the advice, I was like, what the hell? And I was a little upset. But then after thinking about it and just thinking about how I I don't know. I need to like develop more thick skin, but I'm very sensitive. I'm a very sensitive person. So things do usually tend to get to me, but not if it's like just a person on the internet, like I don't know you, I don't even know your face, I don't know your name because you're anonymously putting us submitting something to try to make me feel bad. It doesn't really hold that much weight to me. You are just the worst type of person, and I don't know, I feel bad honestly for you because if you genuinely go around and you try to make people feel like shit and you like spread negativity to people for fun and in your free time, that's like sad to me because never in my life have I ever left a hate comment. Never in my life have I ever gone out of my way to go comment on someone's video saying like criticizing them or putting their character down and saying that they're like not a kind person, they've changed, blah blah blah. Like never in my life. And also I feel like I even if like people do change, I mean that's life, right? Like someone you're going to change, you're going to grow, you're going to realize things, you're going to be different as you get older and older. Although I don't really think that's possible for me to change because I just started this podcast like 7 months ago. So if I changed, that is rapid. I mean, maybe because from the time I started this podcast, I think I was just getting on medication. I think. Or maybe I'd been on it for a few months actually. So I don't know. Maybe in a positive way I've changed because now my emotions are a lot more regulated and I can see clearly now. I'm not super like contaminated with my emotional thoughts and my emotional distress and my anxiety and my depression and the constant thinking of wanting to not be here anymore. Like I do want to be here. I am a happy person. I am a generally and genuinely happy every day that I wake up. Like although throughout the day, yeah, maybe I get in a bad mood or whatever, but it's really just a mood and I know that it's not who I am at that time. It's just like a mood. Everyone gets in bad moods, you know? But I'm like genuinely content with my life and I do attribute that a lot to my medication, which kind of scares me because sometimes I'm like what if I want to get off my medication, but I go back to the way that I was feeling before. I would never want that, but that's something that I need to think about when the time comes, which maybe it will never come and maybe I'll be on medication forever, although I don't know if that's good or not. That's the thing that scares me. Is it like bad for me? Like is it like toxic to be staying on your medicine for that long for like the rest of my life? That's the only thing that scares me. But I don't know. I just won't think about I just don't really think about that. I sometimes it comes up where I'm like, what am I going to do if I have to be on this for the rest of my life or what am I going to do if I get off of it and I go back to my old ways and like feeling like shit again? But that's not something that I really like ruminate on, which is probably because of my medication. Because I would used to ruminate so heavily on things and be insanely overthink every little situation. But now that I'm like a content and a happy person, and there are things that I want to change in my life. I want to move and I would love to make more friends here. Or when I move, I would love to make more friends, or, I would like to be around more people and things like that. But nothing's terrible in my life. Whereas it used to feel like everything was terrible, even though it really wasn't. And I'm doing good with like my eating disorder and all of that. I've been feeling really good. So that definitely helps for me to not like unravel and be so insane and spiral about random little things that people say on the internet, but I mostly just ignore most of it, or I just will block the person right away. But obviously, couldn't do that in this situation. And I'm not trying to give that any more attention, but I'm more so trying to speak on just I don't know. Honestly, I'm just trying to talk to you guys about like what I've been thinking since reading that. And at first, I was definitely like, should I stop sharing about my life? Like, should I stop giving out vulnerable information about myself or about my past and just like just be superficial and surface level? Because the way that me being vulnerable can be used against me is a little bit scary, but obviously in like filming so many episodes, I'm going to be vulnerable sometimes, and I really enjoy being vulnerable because I feel like it people can relate, and I feel like I if someone comments about something that I talked about I went through in the past, it's really nice to be able to talk to people that went through the same thing as me, and I like to be able to relate to them just as much as I'm sure it's nice to see someone else went through that same thing. Even though you know that people go through these things, it's just so much easier to attach it when you actually hear a person talking about it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna change who I am. I mean, since the very beginning of this podcast, like I've gotten a couple. It's not like I've really YouTube is very a safe haven for me, and I don't it's not like I get bombarded with hate comments or anything, but there has been, once in a while there's like a hate comment that will annoy me or that will like try to come at my character. And even like 2 months into my podcast someone said that I'd changed, and I was like, what do you mean I've changed? It's been 2 months. Also, I'm probably going to be in a different mood for every episode that I film. Like, I'm not just some robot. I'm not an AI. I'm not ChatGPT. Like, Elon Musk did not invent me. And ew, Elon Musk. Guys, I want to get a Tesla. But like, now what? I can't. What do I do? Because, first of all, my car literally is done for. It won't even turn on. It won't even lock. I can't even open my trunk because it's just dead. It's dead as a doornail. And I've had this car for like 8 years. It's a little green Volkswagen Beetle, but I'm getting rid of it. And I really want a Tesla. I've always wanted a Tesla. And now that everything with Elon Musk is like crazy, like what is wrong with this man? I don't know what to do. Cause I want to get a used one. So is that like the same thing? Or is that different because it's like secondhand, like buying from the thrift store? Like if you buy Shein from the thrift store, I think that's fine because you're buying it secondhand. You're not buying it directly from you're not you're not impacting by buying it directly from Shein, the Shein website. You know what I mean? I feel like buying it secondhand is different, but let me know. Because I really want one, and I just like, and no other electric vehicle that is affordable is the same. I feel like the big screen where you can watch Netflix and stuff. Like if I want to go stop and get food somewhere and just like watch Netflix in my car or something, that's so fun to me, and I feel like I would use that feature all the time. But maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. But yeah, also all the stuff with like Kanye West is so crazy. I'm actually so shook by how much anti-Semitism has become like normalized to him. And also it's more and more because of these people that are coming out being like anti-Semitic. I feel like more and more people are getting comfortable with it, and I just keep seeing more and more photos and videos of people literally wearing the shirts and masks and flags with these symbols. And it's so scary to me to think that I feel like it should be illegal, genuinely and honestly, because that is just so scary. And I don't understand why it is so why are there so many people that hate on certain groups? Like I'll never understand that and how that comes about. It just doesn't make sense to me because it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean you hate these people? Why? You mean you hate every single person that is similar to this person and has like similar beliefs or similar religion or similar ethnicity? What do you mean? You don't know these people. Why? I'm so confused. Why do you hate these people? Why are you just like, yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's honestly hard and it's baffling. And it's crazy because how about just come out with a good album and then maybe you would get some publicity. But instead, you're making your wife go naked on the red carpet and then you're coming out with these shirts and you're trying to make a statement and tweeting all these crazy tweets. It's like, at first, it's like, whatever, years ago when this all started, when he started going crazy on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, it's like, okay, he has mental health problems that he needs addressed. He's bipolar, I think. So yeah, that needs to be addressed and that is causing him to act out. But at a certain point, it's you can't use that as an excuse. I mean, you can't use that as an excuse period for any type of hate like that in my opinion, but yeah, it's just crazy. But anyways, I don't know. I have nothing else to say other than that's crazy and please stop. But I love you guys and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please let me know what you thought about the stories and I love you. Seriously. Unless you're the mean person that keeps bombarding me with random rude stuff. Please comment below so that I can block you from my life. Okay? I love you so much. Bye. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.